Ich spiele The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. Ich glaube nicht, dass Stanley aus The Office was damit zu tun hat, aber vielleicht heißt der Spielemacher so. Ich habe über dieses Spiel keine Ahnung. Ich habe kein Skript, ich habe nichts vor mir. Es war einfach eine Empfehlung von meinem besten Freund vor einem halben Jahr. Halbes Jahr später und jetzt wird ein Video draus gemacht. Keine Ahnung, was auf uns zukommt, aber mir wurde das Spiel wärmstens empfohlen und ich denke mal, wir können einfach loslegen. It's never the end is loading. Ah ja.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Ja, dann erzähl mal.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee
So viel Persönlichkeit in dieser Nummer.
job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor.
Ah, so tippe ich auch. 1:1.
Buttons to push. How long to push them.
Deswegen dauert es auch immer so lange, wenn ich Videos
This is what
edite.
employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Ja, gut für Stanley.
Stanley was happy.
Darf er auch sein.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
Das will ich sehen.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Oh, und wir werden das jetzt rausfinden.
Frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Ja. 360. Schade, ich habe gedacht, dass ich noch etwas hier steuern kann. Ja gut, ich bin draußen. Und jetzt?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Da hast du recht. Oh, was steht denn hier? Na, ich kann leider nicht zoomen. Oh, ich habe irgendwas gemacht auf Viereck. Ah, nee, mit X war das. Warte, ich gehe mal kurz ins Zimmer zurück. Vielleicht ist ja da etwas. Nee, das ist nix.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Tja, und dennoch werde ich es versuchen. Aber ich habe diesen PC ausgemacht. Wow, jetzt kletter ich sogar auf die Tische. Ich bin so asozial. Na, Moment. Nein, das geht auch nicht. Da ist auch ein PC an. Tja, hier ist keiner. Was zum... Was ist das denn? Knowing your city. Aha. Tja, ich kenne meine Stadt hier nicht. Es ist nur ein einfaches Bürogebäude. I hate Mondays. Also es ist heute Montag. Okay. Im Moment. Hatten wir nicht schon diesen... Oh, ich bin ein bisschen verwirrt.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ja, nein.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Klar. Mach, warum darf ich keine einzige Tür öffnen?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Ja, du hast
Stanley
verstanden.
simply
Ist das
stood here,
Blut?
drinking it all in.
Dann gehe ich mal weiter.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nee, das sieht mir ein bisschen zu gruselig aus. Aber hey, lass uns ein Horrorspiel draus machen.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Nein, tun wir nicht. Eine weitere Detour. Oh, okay.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office.
Ja,
He
anscheinend.
wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go,
Ja, Narrator?
Here it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Ja, passiert uns allen.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Ich würde gern weiterspielen. Hallo, Narrator. Ist kein bisschen gruselig hier?
Down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now.
Okay.
This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. Ich glaube nicht. Warte, was?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Warte, was?
This time, suppose we don't wander so far off track.
Nein!
Okay, from the top.
Warum? Ach, komm schon!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ich denke mal, wir machen das einfach auf die korrekte Art und Weise, denn anscheinend möchte das Spiel nicht, dass wir diese Welt erkunden. Stück Scheiße.
When Stanley... Wait.
Warte,
What?
4 Türen? Warte.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
Ein bisschen.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or...
Wo soll ich das wissen?
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Ja, eben.
Right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
Ich sollte ja links
Okay,
gehen.
then, it's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
Wait, what?
Let's find the story.
Entschuldige? Tja, ich würde gern da lang gehen, aber anscheinend darf ich nicht. Dann gehen wir mal hier lang. Ah, okay, nevermind. Natürlich geht's noch so. Oh, was haben wir denn hier? Okay, ich habe keine Ahnung, was hier los ist. Jetzt gehe ich einfach nur durch irgendwelche Räume, ohne dass der Narrator was sagt.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
Oh nein!
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting
Okay, wir sind jetzt
over
im
and
Kreis
over again.
gelaufen.
But it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Nein, nicht schon wieder!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ja, vielleicht. Oder du willst mich weiterhin verarschen, du dummes Spiel. Na komm, wir schauen es einfach mal. Wir gehen mal hier lang. Wir tauchen wieder in diesem Raum. Warte, was?
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay, anscheinend. Ich darf weiterhin keine Türen öffnen. Habe ich jetzt was verpasst? Ich meine, hier ist noch ein Monitor, den ich wahrscheinlich ausschalten kann. So. Da gehen wir jetzt mal hier lang. Tja, aus dem Fenster können wir nicht springen.
Aha!
Warte,
I
was?
knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Jetzt laufe ich aber nur noch im Kreis.
Wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay, Narrator, das ist so verwirrend. Was?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be
Oh
doing,
nein, es wird ein Neustart kommen.
You win!
Also,
Congratulations!
Yay!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Dankeschön, Dankeschön.
Oh no, I don't feel right about this at all.
Nein, das war
We
super.
both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Aber natürlich.
Fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Also, ich bin durch über 10 Türen gegangen. Wenn das nicht Arbeit heißt,
dann
weiß ich auch
nicht. I have to restart.
ach, du kannst mich mal, Narrator.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line.
Ah, okay.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Ha. Tja, wenn es so einfach ist, dann gerne.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story
Ich habe einfach keine Lust, dieser Linie zu folgen.
still a story?
Okay,
Simply by the
was?
act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Was ist das für eine Linie? Und warum soll ich hier lang gehen?
Is in fact
Was ist das
a
denn?
byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay.
Das ist sehr
Now,
verwirrend
if my
gerade.
experience of your existence
Ja,
is inside
okay.
of your subjective
Da hat jemand Spaß
experience of
gehabt.
this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
Du redest nur wirres Zeug.
Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Hä? Ich bin massiv verwirrt.
Go back and look at that fern. Wait, what? We're back at the office?
Ich wollte gerade sagen, wir sind wieder am Anfang.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Tja, hier können wir nichts machen. Wir sind doch der Linie gefolgt, oder bin ich jetzt komplett bescheuert? Ah, das ist eine neue Linie. Dann machen wir uns halt mal wieder auf ein neues Abenteuer. Ach du Scheiße.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Ach. Du Stück Scheiße. Ich will wieder diese Position ausschalten.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable.
Ja dann,
Why don't we simply
öffne mir eine
start
Tür.
wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. Ich meine, why not? Die Story geht ja immer noch voran. Also irgendwas muss ich ja
This
richtig
is
machen.
exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be
Jetzt
anything.
laufen wir im Kreis.
What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Also darf ich jetzt entscheiden.
No, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any
Line,
in our
Trademark.
awesome
Ah ja.
story. No
Sehr schön.
lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Hä? Ja, da hoch kann ich nicht.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
Oh ja,
From
dann.
here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I
Ist es
know
ein-
that each door
Ich
has
soll
to
im Kreis-
lead somewhere.
Klar, ich laufe im Kreis.
Somewhere,
Why
the
not?
place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door
Ich warte jetzt echt eine Minute so. Ist das denn scheiß Ernst? Ich glaube nicht, dass ich dieses Video ohne Edits hochladen kann. Das wird euch killen. Das killt mich jetzt gerade. Ich werde wahnsinnig.
And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
Nein, das ist jetzt einfach nur ein Ratespiel. 50-50. Das Verwirrungsende. Oh mein Gott, ist das das Ende?
Hold up, what's this?
Ich spiele das Verwirrungsende seit 17.1. Ich bin auch verwirrt.
That's what this is. It's all one giant ending. And we're supposed to restart the game.
Achter Neustart, der Erzähler ist verschwunden. Lange Zeit später Stanley stirbt?
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
Ja, das würde mich jetzt auch interessieren.
Blank simply because it's written here on this.
Nonsens, Philosophie und Musik. 1:1. Das ist sowas von das Verwirrungsende.
Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this?
Ich meine, ich habe gar keine Uhr am Laufen, deswegen weiß ich zumindest jetzt, wie lange das Video geht. Hä? Warte, was? Achso, nee, das war schon. Oh mein Gott, ich werde gerade von allem verwirrt in diesem Spiel. Hör auf zu reden! Bitte! Nein, hör auf zu reden! Lass mich einfach neu starten.
I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped?
Hä?
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this...
Ich glaube nicht.
How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Was
I'm
zum...
not quite sure if we're in the destination or
Ich
the
lese mich
journey.
gerade ein bisschen durch, aber
They're always
ich...
saying that life is about the journey and not the destination.
Darf ich rausgehen?
So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Hä? Moment. Ist das jetzt ein
All
Neustart?
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ist das jetzt das mit, dass er sich nicht erinnern kann?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ja klar, gerne, können wir machen. Aber dann müsste es doch heißen, ist das jetzt nicht der 5. Lauf, wo ich dann verhindert
Yet
werde?
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh mein Gott, wir konnten endlich mal eine Tür öffnen.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Oh mein Gott, ich bin so verwirrt.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
Wir gehen
boss's
bestimmt nicht
office.
hinauf. Oh, das sieht ja gruselig aus. Nicht? Doch.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
Anscheinend.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
Oh mein Gott, Exit.
And in such a
Exit?
competitive
Ah,
economy, why not
scheiße,
take
ich
that
dachte
risk?
schon.
All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought
Okay.
to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Ja, welche
For
denn?
example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh mein Gott,
Many
stimmt.
doors close automatically behind him.
Ja, das habe ich schon bemerkt.
And for that matter,
Coffee
these
nut.
rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
Ja, die ganze Zeit
Stanley said to
schon.
himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
Okay,
He
erzähl's mir.
just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
Ach, schön wär's.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Der Narrator, ey, der ist eine geile
I'll
Socke.
wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing
Das ist neu.
buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Ich kann es nicht lesen.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Was?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Und ich kann immer
How
nicht
was he
durch.
remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
Erzähl's
One
mir.
he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Okay.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing? And
Nö, ich fand's normal. Also in meinem echten Leben läuft's auch so,
was
deswegen habe
describing
ich das
itself
erstmal nicht
being considered by
hinterfragt.
Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
Ich gehe einfach weiter. Einfach
And while he
weiter.
thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
Wir haben
Was
doch gerade
Stanley simply deceiving
festgelegt, dass es ein Traum
himself,
ist.
believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now.
Was war ein
as he's
PC? Ah,
ever
da war ein
been in his
PC.
life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control. That this was a dream.
Okay, sag's mir.
So he
Wie?
closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back. The
Ich
fresh
glaube
air of
einfach
the
nicht.
world
Ich glaube, die
outside
Stimme
his
verarscht
side.
uns gerade hochkantig.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want.
Das ist doch alles, was ich jetzt
I
gerade
want
tun
my
will.
apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Tja, schön
My
wär's.
life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Ja dann.
I am okay.
Was bist du, Narrator? Ach du Scheiße, ich bin immer noch hier.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone
Das
tell
wird
me
alles
I'm
rot
real.
gerade, oder
I
nicht?
must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
Scheiße.
Everything went black.
Was?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Hä?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on
Okay.
this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man
Huh?
who stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and
Was?
collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And though she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered
Ich
the
glaube, dieser
strange
merkwürdige Mann ist tot. Und das
he
sind
was
wir.
obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Okay.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Das will ich jetzt gerne sehen. Oh, nein, sehe ich nicht. Okay. Was war das für ein Ende? Warte, was?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Hä, ist das jetzt ein Neustart von gewesen oder
Stanley
nicht?
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Ich bin so verwirrt.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Ich gehe jetzt einfach mal geradeaus, denn sonst verstehe ich gerade gar nichts.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, der arme Stanley. Ach, guck mal, das sieht doch sicher aus.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the
Und
wrong
tschüss.
foot here. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story, and
Ja,
gets to
1:1.
tell what to do,
1:1.
Stanley left from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh, wusste ich. Okay, ich glaube, das war's mit dem Spiel. Denn ich habe jetzt alles gemacht, was ich machen konnte. Das sind jetzt keine Neustarts mehr. Also nicht wirklich. Ich starte jetzt einfach neue Leben oder neue Durchgänge. Aber ich würde es gerne nochmal machen. Das sah sehr interessant aus.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
Wir
well.
sprinten jetzt einfach.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, wir können nicht sprinten. Dann gehen wir einfach so schnell es geht.
A work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Ganz bestimmt nicht. Wir gehen hier lang
Stanley was so
und da
bad
lang.
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy,
Okay.
really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is
grad
that
für
the
ein
story has
Weg?
been about nothing but you all this time.
Kann ich hier rüber gehen?
There's someone you've been
Wenn ich jetzt
neglecting,
runterfalle,
Stanley.
geht das?
Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really?
Oh mein Gott,
I was
echt?
in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration
Geil.
for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you
Ich hätte
something.
nicht gedacht, dass es ein Weg sein wird. Danger everywhere.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Ich gebe dir keine Chance. Von dir wurde ich bisher nur verarscht.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Ja, und wenn ich jetzt durch Blau gehe?
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red
Also die blaue.
I still don't think we're communicating.
Geil.
Stanley walked through the
Oh mein Gott, da gibt's noch eine blaue.
door.
Yes.
All
Blau,
right,
blau.
Fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the
Ja,
end of this
gerne.
road you've chosen?
Scheiß auf dein
Well,
Rot.
then Let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed
Geil.
developed textures.
Ja,
Just
ich jetzt
what
wirklich
you'd
gar.
want.
Da hinten ist
Was
etwas.
it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Was
You
steht
don't
da?
think I put a
Boah,
lot of
achso,
time
das
to
sind
it,
alles die gleichen.
because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see.
Ja.
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Gerne.
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a... Okay, I'm going to stop
Please
you
rate
there.
experience.
Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical...
Ist 1
feedback
jetzt gut
here.
oder 5? Ich probiere jetzt mal 5.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
Ich bin
Can't teach that,
verwirrt.
Stanley.
Ich bin
Don't you
verwirrt.
try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Ja, dann
Let's take a
zeig's
look.
mir. Warte, was? The Stanley Parable, Worldwide Leaderboard. Wie schnell man das Spiel durch hat? Oder? Ah, wir sind Platz 9300. Oh mein Gott. Fick dich. Fick dich. Ich weiß genau, was das soll. Als ob ich letzte... Geil. Freundesliste ist leer. Du Stück Scheiße. Fick dich.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Hier ist meine ehrliche Antwort, du
Hey,
Stück
I nearly
Scheiße.
forgot I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Okay.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Nö, klar.
Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game,
Warte, was?
the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting
arme
the
Baby.
demands of family life.
Guckt's euch
I
an.
think the artwork
Als ob ich das
was
sterben
really
lassen möchte.
gorgeous.
Ist es auf
But of
3D
course,
oder ist
the
es einfach nur so
message of the game
Pappschall?
only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Aha. Tja, brenn, Baby, brenn.
Heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if
Warum
it's
nicht
the latter,
beides?
well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me.
Gib
I'm
mir eine
not even going to
Platin-Trophäe.
try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
Oh,
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see.
warte,
What
was?
do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Ist es immer noch dieser Verwirrtheits-Playthrough? Denn ich verstehe weiterhin gar nichts.
Aha.
Oh mein Gott, das Spiel kenne ich. Oh, wie heißt das
This game
nochmal?
is about Stanley. What's our backstory? What is our
Irgendwas mit The
motivation?
Watch?
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower. Perhaps for some sort of...
Da hast du doch so ein Walkie-Talkie und redest die ganze Zeit mit einer Frau. Und dann versucht ihr euch zu treffen.
What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture
Oder The
outward and
Forest?
see what else is
Nein.
out there.
Firewatch. Ich glaube, das heißt oder The Watch, ich bin mir nicht sicher. Aber das ist auch so ein Indie-Game, was ich gezockt habe. Das kann ich euch empfehlen. Aber ich glaube nicht, dass diese beiden Spiele jetzt von selben Machern sind. Okay. Da bin ich jetzt eindeutig in die falsche Richtung gelaufen. Ich meine, ich verstehe immer noch rein gar nichts, aber ich meine, ich bin noch nicht tot. Also das ist doch etwas. Ich frage mich jetzt nur gerade, ob das jetzt 3, 4 verschiedene Playthroughs waren oder immer noch der gleiche.
No, it can't be.
Tja.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Hä?
Thank goodness, Stanley.
Warte, was?
Wandered off into that thing. That big open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any...
Ja.
Oh.
Aber genau das zocken wir doch gerade in Stanley's Parable.
We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Okay. Oh, ich kann noch hier durchsehen.
Hey, I think this will be just the thing.
Okay, nein, sag mir jetzt nicht, dass ich wieder im Büro lande. Okay, alles klar. War das Rocket League?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I have.
Ach du Scheiße, was ist hier los?
Box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack.
Ich würde halt gern...
Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
Ich geh mal einfach durch ein
I think
Tor.
it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must.
Was zum
Okay,
Fick
Stanley,
laberst
here's
du,
the ball.
Narrator?
Have fun.
Was? Wo? Wo ist der Ball? Ja, ach du Scheiße. Warum kann ich jetzt sprinten? Tja, das wird jetzt ein Tor.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Tja, ich bin mit dem Ball reingegangen.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
Beta.
Write a story without me. You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Tja, das war wohl nicht richtig. Oder doch? Ah, oh, guck mal, hier können wir lang. Das wird immer mehr zum Horrorspiel gerade. Soll das einfach so dastehen, im Sinne von, da sollen noch irgendwelche Spielwelten kreiert werden? Es ist echt lustig, es ist eine coole Idee. Ach, guck mal, das ist ein Licht, da müssen wir hingehen. Warte, was? Ah, schade, ich dachte, da wird jetzt irgendwas Cooles angezeigt. Ich darf eh keine Türen öffnen, ich brauch's gar nicht erst versuchen. Oh mein Gott, das ist unser Raum. 427. Und hier ist eine Überwachungskamera-Dings. Tja, ich tippe auf alles Mögliche, aber... Ich dachte, ich könnte jetzt irgendwas anschalten. Mann! Ich habe gehofft, das wär's jetzt. Tja, hier kann ich wohl nichts machen. Moment,
I
warum
wonder what he
schwarz?
found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
Ich denke
And if
schon.
he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
Ich meine, ich zock nachher Dead Space im
I can wait.
Stream. Ich habe das Gefühl, dass dieses Spiel, dass dieser Narrator einfach gruseliger ist als alles, was mir in Dead Space begegnen wird. Okay, ich glaube, das war's für mich. Ich denke, das waren jetzt verschiedene Playthroughs. Ja. WTF, was ist das für ein Spiel?